Good evening, everybody. This is week 4, day 28 of my 90-day no weed, no tobacco challenge, and day 10 of my no fap challenge, no porn challenge, day 0 of my no coffee challenge. Still haven't started the coffee thing yet, but I will. So, how do I feel? I feel very, very good once again. The cravings are there, but they are getting less and less and less and less and less. But the way I deal with it now is, the way I see it is, I'm pretty much a month in. Day after tomorrow is going to be 30 days. So the way I see it is, if I hit it right now, I have to start all over. And fuck that. I guess, once you have some days in, what I suggest is to people that's trying to do the same thing that I'm doing, think about, you got to start all over. All this shit is wasted. So I'm pretty much a third. I'm at the third. I'm a third way. I'm like almost 30 days with 60 days to go. If I smoke right now, all this shit is gone. I gotta start all over. And imagine the high itself. The high is not gonna be no good, because as soon as you hit it, you're gonna be like, fuck, I fucked up. And it's gonna be like a trip from hell, straight up. I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna be. I have relapsed on other drugs before and stuff like that. And I have relapsed even, on weed, but not like 30 days in. So that shit doesn't really make sense when you think about it, because the high is gonna be all fucked up, and you gotta start all over. So hell fucking no. So the way I see it is, if I smoke, it's gonna be on the 91st day, and that's you can basically celebrate. I'm not saying that's what you need to do, but if anything, wait till you finish up your time. Let's say you do 30 days, because you don't have to do 90 days. Let's say you do 30 days, and after 10 days you feel like smoking. What the fuck? You only got 20 days to go, so you fucking up your shit. You gotta start all over. And on top of it, the high is gonna be no good, period. It's not gonna be like, oh, this is the shit, I'm having fun. No, you won't have fun. That's why I'm like, I know if I hit that shit right now, I'm gonna be so mad at myself. I'm start all over again. And 30 days, it's not the longest time, but it is some time. I got some time under my belt, and I'm not about to throw that away. Fuck that. If anything, I'm gonna smoke on the 91st day, and I'm gonna be like, Daniel, you did this shit. I'm proud of yourself. Go hit this shit, man. Let's party. But, right now, I don't even feel like that. So, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. We'll see. So, like I said, the cravings are there. Then this whole thing about triggers, I don't even know if I should call it trigger, because life is just life. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. And for the pothead, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Because no matter what happens in life, you hit it and you good, you know what I'm saying? So, like a couple of weeks ago, I think I did a video about, I had my best day ever selling my artwork at the park. So last weekend, I had the worst day. In 2 days, I made like $45. I sold one print. And that was like, that's the kind of shit where I want to smoke. I'm like, fuck that. So that was like a little trigger. But when you really think about it, it's not. It's just life, you know what I mean? And I got a double curveball that day. A friend of mine called me. She called me. She's like, hey, dude want to fight you. Some dude, I'm not even going to say his name. It's not even worth it mention it. But this fucking idiot out there wants to fight me over some shit, Even though I would whoop that ass quick, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna leave that alone, because that's like where I say, that's some devil, that's the devil right there, trying to like get me to be anxious and whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck that, I'm just, whatever, whatever happens, happens. We run into each other, it's gonna be bad for him, we're gonna handle business. Other than that, I just, I don't even want any drama or any of that, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever, so there is these things where it's like, why in the fuck is that happening now when I'm trying to do good, trying to better myself, and then that kind of shit is coming. That's where I'm like thinking, maybe it is the universe or something testing me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not every day where somebody looking for you and wants to fight you and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, but whatever. I'm just, put that aside. It doesn't matter. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to let no kind of negative influence stop me from what I got to do, So, yeah. So that also brings me to a point that's like negative influences. If you are on a journey like what I'm doing right now, my best advice is shake people that are no good in your life, you know what I'm saying? So all the people with negative thoughts all the time, people that want to do bad, people that don't want to do anything, or people that, if you believe it or not, there's actually people out there that if something bad happens to a person, they get a smile on their face. I'm telling you, this shit really happens. And those kind of people, I already shook them. I already banned them from my life years ago. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want those kind of people in your life, especially when you're doing something as delicate as like trying to get over an addiction. That's the last thing you need, people with bad energy around you. You know what I'm saying? But if you might as well use that for your whole life. Keep them out, just shake those people, period. You know what I'm saying? There's this thing I came up with a few years ago. I was like, even though that's extreme what I'm about to say, it's the truth. Anybody can die at any time. So I was thinking, there's all these people, if I would die, I know these fucking fools would be at my fucking funeral. Even though I don't like them, they don't like me, they hating on me, they pretend they're my friends, but they're really not. And I was like, you know what? It's time to fucking get rid of them, period. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I see this, you shouldn't hang around people that you wouldn't want at your funeral. That's just my own little philosophy, you know what I'm saying? Think about, who would you like to have at your funeral? You know what I'm saying? When you really, if you can think about that, it's gonna be people that love you. It's gonna be people that you care about and that care for you. And those are the type of people you should hang around with, period. If there's a person that you hang around with, but you like, hey, this person, I would never want that at my funeral, so why in the fuck are you hanging around with that person? You know what I mean? So that's my own little way of gauging who I should keep in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that everybody needs to do that, but I'm basically trying to say, keep negative people out of your life, and especially when you're trying to clean yourself up, Then another thing that I would suggest that people do if you're having a hard time, like getting it going, like like the first couple of times I did the weed thing, I started smoking like the second day. The first day I had to smoke, but get on your knees and ask the universe or God or whatever you believe in, ask for help. It really, really, really works. It's what got me out of, I used to be cracked out. I used to be coked out. And if it wasn't for God or whatever is out there, if it wasn't for the help, I would have never made it. And that's on everything I love. You know what I'm saying? I was at a point where I was like, God, kill me or save me, period. You know what I'm saying? And it works, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, there's certain things that are out of your hand, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff, addiction, or, certain things, I guess, I don't know how certain illnesses, but there's, probably stuff where, shit, man, there's, you're gonna have to ask, like, the universe or God for help, period, you know? And it does work, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not a religious person at all. I was born, raised Catholic, but I only went to church like everybody else, you know? When you're a kid, you have to go to church, period, because you just go. But, you know, I never really cared for church or any of that. And that's real, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of fake stuff going on, you know, whatever. That's a whole different subject. But the way I see it is like people always talk about that everybody on planet Earth is God's children, everybody, right? So how in the hell am I in the first world where we have everything, electricity, running water, you can go to the store, buy whatever you want to eat. How the fuck am I gonna ask for help? When on the other side of the planet, there's people, kids in Brazil or whatever, running around orphans that don't have nothing. They don't have parents, they don't have shit. So I'm like, you know what, God help them. I take care of myself, you know, I can handle it. I'll figure something out. But, you know, that's the way I see it, you know. If we are God's children, God's gonna have his hands full, you know. So I don't ask God for help, period. You know, unless it's something I can't handle, like addiction, you know. So don't be afraid to get on your knees, even if, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you're down and out and you feel like crying and you can't handle this shit by yourself, don't be a punk. Get on your knees and ask God for help. It works. It really does, you know. So these are my suggestions, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. My workouts are coming back, and one thing is I am sometimes a little tired, overly tired, because at first I got a little energy back, a lot of energy, and now I feel a little bit tired here and there during the day. But I've done some research, and it's a lot of people that go through that. I don't know why that is, but I guess it still has to do with body adjusting or whatever. And so I feel a little tired here and there. But my workout is coming back, and yeah, everything is pretty much, you know, it's all gravy, you know what I mean? So, like I said, you know, especially to the little homie in the comment section that's about to begin his journey, make it through the first 3 days. I'm gonna pray for you, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send you energy because I want you to make it through the first 3 days. That's the worst, you know? Once you make it through the first 3 days, after that it gets a little easier, you know? I still have nightmares and stuff like that, but I also researched that that's normal. It's normal stuff. So all this stuff is normal, and yeah, it's all good. So today is day 28, fourth week. I did it. I love you, Daniel. We're gonna keep going. Congratulations on your 4 week. So in another week, I'm gonna do another update. Even though it's a milestone day after tomorrow, about 30 days, I don't think there's any use because today 28, that's pretty much the same shit, you know, so I'm not even gonna do that, you know. So yeah. So I'm gonna talk to you guys in next week, in the 5th week. Cool. All right, peace.